Okay, so it seems like recently there's been a little bit of a situation going down with the VTuber Celestium and essentially being targeted by people online, which I think is absolutely horrible to see. Now, if you don't know, recently it seems that she's planning on doing a couple of streams, whatever, and multi-streaming it across Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and Discord. And yeah, obviously she puts out this, announcement or whatever yesterday saying, "Hi everyone, unfortunately the next couple of streams will not be multi-streamed on Twitch. As of today, I'm temporarily suspended from the platform. I'm doing my own investigation and know who's likely behind it. Life ruination is never okay, and even so, I will trust in Christ. In the meantime, your support on my other platforms is very much appreciated." So yeah, obviously it seems like she's continuing on the other platforms. You guys can go support her over there. But essentially what has happened is she's been targeted by someone who seems to be a pretty generational hater. And it comes from this person here saying, "Heads up folks, mass report Celestium for hateful conduct. Twitch already hit Maria Grace with a ban for a week. Let's see if Celestium gets the same thing. If Twitch bans the Celestium, that will be the only damn thing I want to see before my stuff can go back on track." Which again, I don't know what they're on about in terms of back on track and, before their stuff goes back. Like what? I'm very confused about that one. And I'm also very confused at why they dislike Celestium so much. Now, I did look at another post about it, of them also posting about Celestium again, and they post quite a lot about Celestium on their account, saying, "I'm gonna be starting a page where we can all expose Celestium. Basically, everything we find that may be hidden under the rug about her will all be shared and leaked there. If you hate Celestium and you want justice served, just send me everything you have on her. We're going to show Celestium how unchrist-like she really is to the public and in front of her own allies and in front of her partners, including Makeship. Plus, we're going to do everything possible to put her down to shame." So, yeah, this person, as I said, is a generational hater, right? And it seems like they're mad for whatever reason. Now, from what I've already picked up from this is that they're mad because they're being unchrist-like. At least that's what I've kind of gathered. Again, maybe there is another motivation behind it, but what we do know is that this is the person that is targeting them and that probably managed to get their account taken down, right? And a lot of people have been responding to this, and it's bad when you get 2 likes. Whenever I looked at this originally, it had like 10,000 views and like no likes, which means like, damn, you messed up bad. So not gonna lie, at this point, I couldn't care less what I say. I hope you rot in the deepest pit of slimy, self-centered, I mean, that's crazy. What happened to ever leaving her alone? So what hateful conduct? Said I knew your guys would be back. And yeah, apparently this isn't the first time that this has happened. Apparently this has happened multiple times, right? If you're saying, targeted harassment campaigns are against TOS on here, right? We get it. You have a crush on Celestium, but she's married, so you have to move on. Said you're being rude to fellow Christians. I said, considering you made a threat, I think you would get the report over her, you boob. Saying, I pray that God grants you wisdom to see the pettiness of your sin. Which obviously, yeah, I think it is pretty crazy, right? And a lot of people are calling for them to be reported because this is a clear, violation of TOS over on Twitter. But also as well, what has been very, very interesting is that Ember Paradox here has been discussing it as well. They actually tagged me in this post, which obviously, yeah, I did like because I was going to cover this, but I didn't have enough time to cover it yesterday, so I'm doing it today. I said, okay, at Twitch, and at DJ Clancy, I thought one of the platform's TOS was against brigading. Well, this sure as hell looks like a call to brigade for a streamer. For what reason, I don't know. Celestium Ma is a sweetheart whose only crime is being someone of religious faith and being proud of this. This should not be a reason for the platform to ban her, and it is disgusting that they would claim hate speech in her ban while also throwing hate brigades to transpire against her. Just as a reminder, any complaints against Twitch's golden boy Hassan get completely ignored regardless of their validity, and he never receives a ban for actively advocating for violence against others, terrorism, animal abuse, and more. Yet a Christian VTuber gives an opinion or gasp praise for the safety of the Christians currently located in the Middle East and Israel during the Iran conflict, and it's a bannable offense. Seriously. This is how these psychopaths operate. They go for soft targets who try to avoid drama in an effort to silence them because they don't like what they have to say. Well, I'm not a soft target, and I have zero problem fighting back and defending people like Celestium against people like this. And obviously they tag Rev, Straw, Hirohe, me, and Kiosha, and more. We need your voices on this one because this 100% feels like an attack on a person's religious faith and opinion. And I did see that, what was it? Kiosha did respond to it and essentially just asked, you know, kind of, yeah, Twitch to look into it. Active calls for brigading against Twitch TOS at Twitch support. You should be looking into the suspension of Celestium art. It'd be very nice to see something actually done when a streamer is targeted unfairly. And yeah, this is 100% the case, right? You know, I know Celestium has been in some previous heat or whatever previously for the whole ice thing during the chachayourvmom situation, which again, obviously, she was kind of, you know, making like an ice VTuber model or whatever, which got people mad, which I thought was quite funny. And of course, yeah, she got some heat over that. And again, I think that, of course, you know, there's going to be some people mad at her, but I think that at the end of the day, brigading against her or doing anything like that, she's done nothing bannable, right? She's done nothing to get banned. She's done nothing illegal. She's done nothing wrong, right? She's done everything that she's allowed to do, and that is essentially it, right? And there shouldn't be any reason that she's banned. But of course, it seems like yeah, she ended up getting banned for whatever reason. And whenever it comes to, you know, people that actually should deserve to get banned on the platform, including Hassan, who obviously has multiple bannable clips that people bring up, and it keeps on piling up and piling up every single week. For some reason, they decide to completely ignore it. But what? No, yeah, they completely ignore the request to ban him. But whenever it comes to Celestium being brigaded by other people, they ban her straight away, and they haven't even, you know, it doesn't seem like she has got her account back or anything yet. So it seems like, yeah, they're not even looking at kind of reinstating it or fighting against you know, brigading, which is literally against their TOS, right? A lot of people as well. You got Amber Paradox here again saying another post on this stuff, saying, "Thank you, Sparky, for bringing this to my attention. You can clearly see this is a mass reporting, and it is a direct attack against Celestium by a bad actor and a specific effort to deplatform her because of a difference of opinion or perceived slight." I also have it on good authority that this person has been stalking Celestium for at least 2 to 3 months. Clearly, this person has targeted Celestium and is weaponizing Twitch's automated mass reporting system to attack her. Again, I will once again point to your own TOS in regards to brigading and how doing so is, in this way, is a direct violation of this. This is a horrible look for you, Twitch. Celestium should be unbanned immediately, and any record of this ban should be stricken from her record on Twitch, because you've already instituted an absolute insane 7-day ban on her, when people like Hassan will only receive 1, maybe 2 days for doing all of that kind of stuff with, you know, promoting terrorism, including calls for violence and stuff like that, which obviously is horrible. To say it's abhorrent that you are literally punishing the victim of a hate campaign like this instead of the offender. And obviously, yeah, they tag everyone again, saying, once again, employee to lend your considerable voice in bringing this matter to light. And yeah, it seems like yeah, people are still going after them. This is one of the screenshots apparently saying, "Well, folks, my ex got locked for the entire week. I had this one coming. Celestium is still after Elara. I just want to say that I will continue my support and stand with Elara during this difficult time. Please show Elara some support out there while I recover. I'm doing everything I can to take Celestium down and resolve this conflict. Prayers go to the victims affected." So I'm assuming what is going on here as well. You know, they mentioned Elara. There's recently some drama with Elara as well. Again, there's a lot of backlash over that. And, you know, people have been siding with Elara, but this just makes things look way worse, right? I don't think Elara wants anybody to be going and mass reporting people for hateful conduct or anything, because that is not the case. That is, you know, not what is going on. I'm sure she probably wants to sort it out pretty amicably and not, you know, using audience members to mass report others and get them taken down off of Twitch, because it seems like this person has already had their own kind of, what do you call it? I don't know how to describe it. Their own like thoughts, their own opinions about Celestium, and that they are using Elara's situation to essentially justify it, right? That's what they're doing. At least that's what it seems like to me, because obviously the amount of people that have been commenting on this before saying, "Oh, you know, I knew you'd come back," and everything like that. I think that, yeah, essentially what they're doing is using the whole Elara situation to, I guess, like kind of back up their own point, or to try and justify what they're doing, when obviously it is clearly something that Elara wouldn't want them to do, right? And I'm glad that a lot of people haven't actually tried to point it that way and try to say, "Oh, it's all Elara's fault because of this," because it's not. It's obviously some person, as I said, using it to kind of go after her. But again, I think it is pretty crazy that someone is just kind of going around and doing this and essentially attacking Celestium over that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to cover that because I thought it was a pretty interesting situation. Definitely go and support Celestium because, of course, it seems like, you know, her channels are being attacked at the moment, and yeah, being taken down, which is like the line that you don't cross, right? You can say that you don't like her, you can say that, you know, you dislike whatever, but actually going after their accounts and trying to take them down and trying to report them and mass report them, you know, that's the line that a lot of people and a lot of content creators do not like being crossed. And yeah, a lot of people will go pretty hard on you for that one in the future. But hey, we'll have to see what goes on. I'll obviously keep you guys up to date if anything else does happen. And yeah, that's all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off again. Got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.